Fast cars, fast service. Visit lebhobbies.com.
Hey folks, what do you know, what do you say? Yes, we're doing another edition of Slot Car News in my backyard because, Jesus, it's so beautiful out here. Let's get the leaf out of here and let's get to the news, shall we? Yes, we shall. Scalextric today has announced a mystery release. They said in an email to me. It's no mystery if you're into Batmobiles. See what I did there? You're probably going to like this car, or these cars rather. It's a 3-pack of black chrome Batmobiles. They're re-releasing these molds in this 3-pack. The change being, well, obviously since they're in a 3-pack, that's a change. The second one being their finish is different, which is pretty neat. I know there's a lot of folks out there that collect the Batman cars. Personally, my favorite is the Barris Batmobile, the original TV Batmobile. Yeah, these are really cool, especially if you are into collecting Batmobiles or specifically like TV and movie cars. Are these a can't miss? I really do think so. The interesting thing will be, it was a hawk that just flew over. That's pretty cool. The interesting thing that will be yet to be seen, anyway, is how and or when these come into the U.S. Because as you all may or may not know, Scalextric is in the process of getting a distributor here in the U.S. Now, will they bring these in to the U.S. anytime soon? I don't know, because one of the things that they're doing is they're not shipping more products into the U.S., I believe, until they have a new distributor. I've asked Scalextric how that's going. The last couple times they responded to me, there's just not much movement, or they can't really say yet, which is fine, of course. I know we're all going to be really interested to see how that new distributorship kind of takes shape, and I personally, I'm very much looking forward to new releases coming into the U.S. from them, and hopefully having a good relationship with their new distributor here. Let's see, folks. Let's see. Slotted are showing some new cars that hopefully are coming soon. A very nice DTM from 1994, a dark green Mercedes here, C-Class that you see here. Really beautiful looking car. And speaking of beautiful looking cars, we have a release of the Acura ARX-05, the Konica Minolta release, and this one is from Daytona 2021. It placed first in Daytona in 2021. It sure does look beautiful, and hopefully those are going to be coming pretty soon. Next, we have a bunch of Scale Auto cars to wrap up the news today. We have RS versions of the Spiker. This is kind of an orange and dark gray one that you see here. Spiker's a very interesting car. Had a, unfortunately, very short racing life. And yeah, whatever. I mean, it's a beautiful looking car. I remember watching it on Le Mans Series on TV, and very happy to see them bring this mold back and give us more releases. Technically, another Leaf, although technically it's not a normal release, it is the RS release, as I said before. Oh, the wind. Oh boy, that feels really nice. 911, number 91 in team colors this time. This is an RS release, so you have the metal wheels, no inserts. Definitely a high quality, high speed version of this car. If you haven't checked out Scale Auto's cars, you really need to. There's an awful lot of good cars that they make, especially a number of cars that they make themselves alone, like the Spiker, like the Viper as well. There's definitely some really great releases in here. The NSX, which we're going to get to in a second. A Callaway, the Callaway also, they have an RS version of that. That's another car that they do themselves, just them. Unfortunately, I wish other people did the Callaway, but you know, obviously fairly limited liveries on that car, but it is beautiful nonetheless. Over, my note says, a pair of new, and these are now the regular 1/32 scale releases of the cars, not the RS, not the home version of the cars. A pair of AMG Mercedes, I believe these are 12 hours of Bathurst cars. These look really, really nice. New liveries of the Acura NSX mold that they do. Boy, this looks great. Well, these look great. The gray one looks great, of course. The red one, I think, is the pick of the litter here. And finally, but not least, we have 12 hours of Sebring Porsche RSRs. Yes, GT3 cars, folks. GT3 cars in a hobbyist form. And boy, these will function quite nicely as well, that are coming as well. Very cool stuff. What else? I'm not going to have an editorial today, but a little bit of a comment or two here about some of the recent posts that I've seen online. Carrera did their weekend at Bristol last weekend. I'm putting a couple pictures here. I think it's really awesome, as I've said ad infinitum, ad nauseum, that Carrera are doing marketing to race fans where race fans are. I was at Boxer Fest this last weekend with my wife at the York Fairgrounds here in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, there was nothing at all slot related there. I'm not really surprised, I guess, but at the same time, you know, Polycarp, Slot.it, have made a number of Subaru slot cars, the BRZ, or the FRS, the BRZ. And they've made the Impreza, the sedan, unfortunately not the version that I have in real life. But, you know, these kinds of smaller shows, because Boxer Fest, although for Subaru fans it was a pretty big deal, they had, I posted a couple of pictures on my my own Facebook page, but the Huckster was there, Travis Pastrana was there. But I really do wish that when you went to events like this, you not only saw diecast, which there was a few places selling diecasts there, pretty low quality stuff unfortunately, but absolutely no slots there. And I know, you know, Subaru slots haven't really been a huge seller here in the US, unfortunately, mainly because they are mostly rally versions of cars, and as we all know, or we all should know, rally just doesn't sell all that well here in the US. Not even really in Canada either, unfortunately. But, you know, when I go to events like this, it does feel kind of like a missed opportunity that there wasn't anybody there doing anything slot related at all. And, you know, Carrera's effort notwithstanding at Bristol, because, you know, we can't short them for having done that event. I really just, you know, wish, like I'm sure all of us do, that it was kind of a thing that was a little more common. In any case, stay tuned for the racing and show news, folks. I got to get to work. That's why I'm wearing my my news t-shirt here for football tonight and some other things. Thanks very much, folks, for stopping by. Check out the racing and show news, and I will see you next week.